Hey there, happy day 178 of our All About You 365 day challenge to do one thing every day that centers you and me from this little journal book I got up at the cabin last summer. Today is the beginning of a two-part sayings day. Sometimes there's a saying that has two different parts. Sometimes there's actually a saying that has three different parts. Today is a two-part sayings day. Let me grab my magnifying glass and let's see what it has to say. It says, self-knowledge is the beginning of self-improvement. Self-knowledge is the beginning of self-improvement. This was said by Balthazar Gracian. I have no idea how to pronounce his name. Anyway, some Balthazar said this, and I would have to say I agree. Do you agree that the beginning of self-improvement, beginning of personal development is getting to know yourself, self-knowledge? So our challenge today says what I learned about myself today. What did I learn about myself today? Now, I was reflecting on this morning a little bit as I was, getting ready, making my wig hair. And by the way, not a wig. My sister said, oh, you look like you have a wig on yesterday. So guess what? This haircut, whenever we get a new haircut, right? Self-knowledge, we have to get used to it. And I'm obviously not used to it because I still do it like my 80s hair. And she's kind of right. It sort of does look like a wig. But nobody would put gray in a wig, so it's definitely not a wig. So self-knowledge. What have I learned about myself today so far? Number one, I need more than 4 hours sleep a night. Number two, habits and routines are really, really important to me. I have been hanging out with my granddaughters, my 4-month and 6-month-old granddaughter over the last couple of weeks while their folks are in Alaska. And I realized that it's easy to let some good habits and good routines slip and slide when we're under pressure, when we don't have time. I am no exception to that, and I realize that those habits, those routines that are good for me are very, very important to me. I need to find a way to make them part of my life no matter what. No matter what I commit to doing, I need to make sure that I'm including those things in my life. I understand why we have our children when we're younger now, because we just have so much more energy. I also realize that I decide what absolutely everything means. Every experience I have, everything I hear, see, smell, taste, think, it's all up to me. It's up to me to decide what it means and what it means to me. And am I going to keep it and use it to move my life in the direction I want it to go? Or am I just going to let it roll off, just like we let the vast majority of things just roll off? We don't even notice most of what's going on in the world. So I get to choose that. So those are just some of the things I learned about myself today on my journey to self-improvement. Share in the comments below something that you've learned about yourself today. Maybe it's not today, maybe it's something you've been learning for a long time. I didn't just decide today that I decide what everything means. I've been thinking about that for several years and realizing and choosing and seeing examples of that in my life. But it's one that came to mind when it's like, what did I learn about myself that really makes a difference? There's a whole lot of stuff about myself that I know that make a huge difference. But I'm just going to share a couple today. I invite you to share one or two and do this exercise, even if you choose not to share, which is always good to share so we can learn from one another. But if you choose not to, at least do it. Look for something that you learn about yourself today and see, what does it tell you? Sometimes we look in the mirror. Sometimes we get out of a situation, or we just finish or are involved in a relationship entanglement or something, or we have an argument with somebody, or we disagree with somebody, and we take a step back and we say, okay, well, that just happened. What did I learn from that? And I learned a lot of times it's best just to not participate, not to comment, especially on social media and things that I really, really don't care about. I just get triggered by, right? When people are mean to other people, that triggers me. And sometimes, despite my best efforts, I choose to engage and comment, mainly because I can't stand people being mean to other people that they don't even know, right? Just a pet peeve of mine. All right, so share your example of what you learned today, and I will be with you tomorrow for the second part of our All About You 365 day challenge to do one thing every day that centers you and me. Have an absolutely amazing day. If I can help you in any way, if you have any questions, if you have any suggestions for this particular challenge, hit me up in the comments below. Otherwise, I'll be with you tomorrow. Bye.